Everybody, Flash Raz, we're back again in Plan B. Plan B from Artspace of Bavarian Odyssey. I actually going to refer to it as Plan B from now because that's a bit of a mouthful. I'm recording this directly after the last one. So if you've commented, I won't have seen it yet. Hopefully I'll have replied, but I won't have seen it. Basically, as I've discovered, you can only drop out at the end of a particular chapter. So if you drop out halfway through a chapter, you're gonna go back to the start of the chapter. It's worth remembering. I've got caught out on that with another game I'm caught pen at the moment. Anyway, right. So we've escaped from Rudolph the hunter, disguised as a dog. Okay, and we're in the forest. The forest around you gets darker and denser. Every step you put between yourself and Rudolph's hut, you feel better. The encounter was too close for your taste, much too close. You're in serious pain. On the walk back, you will bypass the cabin, okay? Your ASS can see an alternative route, but it will require up to 7 minutes of additional walking. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. On a small clearing, you take a short break. Maybe it's time to get rid of Fifi's form and change into Rudolph. Shapeshift is a complicated process, at least if you want to do it right. Unfortunately, the ability to change shape is not automatically linked to our photographic memory. Each being is made up of hundreds of tiny little details that you unconsciously perceived by other members of its species. This is why shapeshifters need a lot of practice or need to be close to the target organism to successfully mimic it. But desperate situations require desperate measures. You try your luck. Your body stretches and within a few seconds you've taken on a rough form of the hunter. But the Zarks is in the detail. Try hard to remember. Through mimics you form a small stalk eye in which you can view your body from a little distance. Something is still wrong. Are you sure tailings have that many fingers, Commander? No, actually not sure. Besides, I can't close my mouth properly. The facial head will need to be placed on the outside of the lip. Outside the lips. But then this blocks a view. Maybe the eyes are above the nose, not below. All four of them. Next time you see a tailor, you need to be more attentive. Frustrated, you give up and move back to Fifi's form. At least you know it well enough not to stand out. Just as you melt back into Fifi's form, you hear a crackling in the undergrowth. Your head jerks up towards the source of the noise. They're almost completely hidden from the foliage, a dark shadow. Confront whatever is watching you. Everything inside you is screaming to escape, but run into the woods and hide. What new horror will this blue hell planet spit out for you next? But you've had enough of running away. You're going to face the monsters of this world. You want to confront the shadow between the trees, talk to the figure. You're either dealing with a predator, in which case you can still run, or it's another tailing like Rudolph. But whoever or whatever is watching you right now saw you at shapeshift. Now there's no reason to play hard anymore. ASS open all greeting frequencies. That works only for audio communications, not spoken communications. With sure step you head straight for the shadows. You choose your first official address to tailings wisely. I'm your new god, I come in peace. You clear your threat over the course of your career. You probably use this speech more often than words. Please and thank. Over the course of your career, you probably use this speech more often than the words please and thank you. SS simultaneously translates your speech into terror-ish as you begin. Don't be afraid, I'm a traveller from the stars. On behalf of the United Union of Civilized Intelligences, I extend the tentacle of peace and cooperation to the inhabitants of this planet. You then nervously wait to be jumped at by a strange predator, because let's face it, today is such a day. What happens instead rattles you more than any monster in the world could. Oh Flog, wow, that speech almost sounded super weird when you hear it from others. A voice from the bushes replies in your native language. A strange creature emerges from the undergrowth. Some of its body parts you've seen before in other Terran inhabitants, but maybe not in this exact combination. When then the other creature begins to speak. So I didn't mean to startle you, but you have no idea how happy I am to see you finally, another UCI fellow citizen. You were almost speechless with surprise. Almost. Who? What? Oh, sorry, how rude of me. My name is Biobo. I was a UCI star cartographer. But Odo smirks a little. But the locals here call me Wol Pertinger. I'm something of a local legend around here. Why do you have this? You eye Odo intently. This is particularly inconspicuous form for this planet. Should I copy? Oh no, quite the opposite. The shape is so striking that local legends have already formed around me. Don't do that. You are confused. Then why don't you change to something more appropriate? The other creature looks to the side, a little embarrassed. I can't. Why? But why? You know that commercial jingle for the Quasi Corpse breakfast gruel, right? Rich in vitamin Phi is to fuel your day. Yes, vitamin Phi, as you may know, is extremely important to us shapeshifters, and we absorb it through food. With a large gesture, the creature points to the surrounding plants. Most of this edible to us, but stupidly, vitamin Phi does not exist in this world. And the biggest symptom of vitamin Phi deficiency is, you guessed it, inability to change shape. The other deficiency symptoms, by the way, are ringing in the ears, headaches, and massive constipation. This is more than you need to know. You start to hopeful again. Wait, if you've landed on this planet too, can you help me get out of here? Do you have a ship or contact with headquarters? Biodo hangs his head. That's what I was going to ask you. Unfortunately, I am stranded here. My ship was irreparably damaged in the crash. I've been waiting for a chance to get away from here for years. Then I saw you go down here tonight. I was hoping maybe you had a distress beacon or your ship wasn't as badly damaged. Sadly, yeah. That would have been too good to be true. Can you help me? Can you help me get out of here? You both ask at the same time. Biodo looks at you in despair. Please, I've been stuck here for so long. I want to go back to civilization. I miss soft beds and infrasonic showers and my Y-box and toilets. By flog, I miss toilets. My ship was also badly damaged in the crash, but the assembly still works. That's why I'm on my way to the hydroelectric plant my SS saw during the crash. Help me charge my battery and we'll both get out of here. Biodo nods eagerly. No problem, I know the way, just follow me. You follow Biodo through the Toa jungle. The other shapeshifter knows his way around the area, and you make quick progress. While you're on your way, Biodo tells you a few anecdotes from his time on this world. You might know, I was having a cup of tea in the first recording, because I'm recording back to back, and I forgot about it. I've just drunk it, it's cold. There's nothing worse than cold tea. Anyway, Biodo has walked ahead a bit. Let's start again. Biodo has walked ahead a bit the last part of the way and is now standing in front of a small bush. He frantically waves you over to him. Hey, I have something important for you here. Just stay down. With one of his limbs, he pushes aside vegetation and reveals a small group of terrorlings. The creatures live in an improvised-looking shelters consisting of tents and seemingly immobile housing units. Compared to the hunter, their clothes look much more colourful, but also dirtier. You notice extremely long head hair of most of the members of this group. Several animals of Fifi species also appear to live in the camp. These people belong to a social splinter group called Hip Peace. Biodo chuckles to himself. They also believe in big-headed aliens in flying discs. This is bonkers, these people, I tell you. If I had anything left to actually prove that I'm an alien, and not just a talking bunny with antlers, these idiots will do anything for me. His mind wanders for a moment, then he focuses on you again. But no one wants to be the king of the dung heap. I brought you here so you could choose one of the humans to copy. Human, yeah, that's what they call themselves. You like tailings better. Biodo points to the tailing with the brown head hair held back by a headband. Take that one, he looks the most presentable by human standards. Then I'll show you how we get to the dam. Far out, man. Achievement unlocked. Excellent. Initialize the dam. The tailing shape is the tailing shape is unfamiliar to you. You wonder how these creatures manage to move with only 2 legs and this much gravity. It probably takes weeks for the larvae to master this trick. If only. And the dirt road you have to go up isn't exactly beginner friendly either. You keep walking, but it takes quite a bit of effort. Odo hops happily in front of you and can hardly contain his excitement. You can't blame him, after all he has finally a chance to escape these people. If these creatures call themselves humans, what is the name of their planet? In their language, Hum? No, they call it Earth. The term in some of their languages means soil or ground, and their moon is just called Moon. That's so weird. Let me guess, their star is called Star. You think so, but it's actually called Sun. Weird. You decide to take the opportunity to learn more about the tailings. What else can you tell me about these creatures? What do I need to know? Oh, where to start? People are extremely obsessed with appearances. For example, an incredible amount of fuss is made about the species propagation. About half have some kind of elongated trunk, presumably before presumably before laying eggs. The trunk as a dish is traditionally worn underneath the clothing, but usually they still kind of recognise who has one and who doesn't. And it's super rude to mistake a non-trunk wearer for one and vice versa. Then apparently there are different tribes fighting each other. Sometimes they wear talismans such as scarves, drinking vessels or shirts, which are marked with different symbols and names of heroes. It was a mythology. The different tribes seem to hate each other to the core, which is odd because their rituals seem to be the same. Talking about football, I think the developers are Bavarian from Germany, so I'm assuming they're talking about football. That's fantastic. Oh yeah, that's brilliant. I said previously, I like the humour in this game. I like the art style as well. Their ceremonies involve ritually drinking of beer and meeting in huge gathering places on certain days of the week. As far as I can understand, they call the associated religion Ball of Feet. All quite strange. While you are talking, you reach the entrance to the hydroelectric power plant. Feel you're on your own. Good luck, buddy. You're not coming. I could sure use your help in there. Nah, I do more harm than good. As I said, my form is the opposite of inconspicuous, and well, I can't get out of it. You have to do it without me, mate. Can you give me more advice? Do you have any more advice for dealing with humans? Biodo thinks for a moment. There is this ritual initiating mating where they ram their mouth tentacles into the face opening of their counterpart. If you get stuck at any point, try that. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's going to end well. Somehow this raises more questions for you than it answers. Go in. You arrive at a grey and flat road. Soon this road turns off to the dam. On one side of the dam you can see a huge lake. On the other side there's an abyss leading about 50 quarpels into the depth. The roar of the artificial waterfall is loud but not unpleasant. You turn to Biodo, who is hiding in the vegetation. From here, you're on your own. You can do it. Save us both from this filthy planet. You decide to walk up to the grounds of the facility. Okay, so says, what's the plan? If the facility works as expected, there will be a transformer on the side that will feed the power generated into the planet's energy network. You need to access this transformer and connect and charge our battery. After that, we're ready to go back to our ship. Wait, it's an energy grid. Why don't we connect the battery to it? Some house with an artificial outlet or whatever the local version is called. We could do that, but then the charging process could take much longer. We're talking weeks, maybe months. Only in this place, is there enough power at once to charge the battery quickly, get back to the ship and start the repair process, and get us out of this planet's gravity well. environment, scan the area. You take time to take a closer look at all this. You scan the area and S rattles off some technical data. If I interpret the data correctly, we should not connect our battery directly to the generator. This machine does not produce enough power to charge our batteries quickly enough. We should take it to the transformer instead. That way, we can access the rest of the high-performance network, which would speed up the charging process. According to the data, there's a gap in the surveillance system. I'm mapping out a way for you to get past the maintenance staff unnoticed. Biodo shows up on the scanner. He's in his hiding place near the entrance to the facility, but for some reason with a large rock in his hand. Your scanner also detects a Con1 locator chip in his neck. They're usually only implanted into fellas, aren't they? Why would... Oh. These chips are implanted in criminals to make them easier to identify and locate in the event of an escape. Two problems that are more challenging for a society of shapeshifters than for civilizations are monoforms. Okay, let's start again. These chips are implanted to criminals to make it easier to identify and locate in the event of an escape. Two problems that are more challenging for a society of shapeshifters than for civilizations are monoforms. What has Biodo done? You ask hesitantly. Unfortunately, I can't tell. The chip seems to be damaged, but it was a Class 3 felony, so something along the lines of murder, treason, or violation of Crazy Corp copyrights. Oh, blimey. Is it murder, treason, or violation of copyright laws? Okay. SS pauses for a more moment before adding, Commander, whatever Biodo has been up to, it can't be in his best interest to return to civilization. Presumably, he wants to use our ship to manufacture equipment and weapons, or to escape to an unmapped region. Either way, he is not likely to support a rescue attempt. On the contrary, I'm afraid he's going to stab us in the back sooner or later. Oh. How are you feeling, Commander? Betrayed? Not betrayed. He wants to get off the ship. He wants to go to politics without me. So. Cold indifference overcomes you. You know, SS, it seemed too good anyway. To come across a friendly face in this hostile place, no matter. Biodo is just another obstacle. In the end, I will overgo him too. Turn left in 100 quarpels. Duck under the camber there. Here. Now please melt through the fence. Excellent. You have reached your destination. From this place, several power cables lead up towards a pole, and then spread across some more poles that are further away in the distance. You can feel the static crackle of electricity all around you. I'm going to show you instructions that will help you connect the battery to the system. Please try not to accidentally close the circuit and vaporize yourself. Hacking system. You have 6 tries left. Scan. Oh, it's a mini game. Right, okay, tutorial. The goal is to set all switches correct positions, yellow or blue. Click scanning to reveal the number of switches currently set correctly or incorrectly. You have limited scans available, but still try to set the switches in a few moves as possible. Correctly set the switches into a known position. Okay. Oh, it's a mini game. Okay. Right. Okay. So if I go. Okay, so I've got 4 that are incorrect. So okay, 1's wrong. Two are wrong. Cool. Okay, that was interesting. That was unlock. Charging process complete. A voice unknown to you announces it's the voice control of the battery. That was easy. I didn't think it would be that fast. This is because you chose to scan at the beginning. This is because you chose to scan at the beginning of your mission. With a medikit or blaster, this part of the journey would have been much more exhausting. Oh, that's interesting. Then I made exactly the right decision. Well, I can try other options next time. You mean if we crash? You mean if we crash again? There's always a next time. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. Initialize. Returned from the dam. With a freshly charged battery tucked into the fold of your skin and humming happily, you leave the dam behind. It was really exhausting, but actually made it few. Commander, before we go, I need to know how you want to proceed with Biodo. You mean that Biodo is currently a fugitive criminal and is probably waiting to drive a dagger into my back as soon as we've connected the battery to the ship and made the repairs. Yes, I know. I don't always let it show, but I would still be upset to lose you as a pilot. ASS. Confront him. So what's the plan? Confront him. You're weighing your options. Like the best course of action is to approach Biodo directly. Maybe this is all a huge misunderstanding. We can clear it up. What if he attacks you, Commander? That's possible. At least we'll know where we stand. Besides, he can no longer change his shape, but I can. All right. Then let's do it that way. With that, you go to the place where you left Biodo. This strange hybrid of various terror animals jumps out of the undergrowth in front of you. What ho, mate? Did it all work out okay? Do you have the battery? Biodo, I have a few questions for you. He tilts his head. Sure. What do you want to know? I might be best to ask directly. Shoot. Best. Direct is best. Biodo smiles at you encouragingly. You take a deep breath. Biodo, my scan detected a Con-1 locator chip under your skin. Are you a fugitive criminal? A smile lingers on Biodo's face, but all the friendliness fades. What makes of a cynical grin with bared teeth? Ah, if I'd have known you had a scanner with you, I'd have guessed denial is futile. What are you going to do now? Biodo asks. What crime were you convicted of? What crime were you convicted of? What did you do? Biodo stares intently at you. He stares at you intently. You won't believe me anyway. Try me. Biodo takes a deep breath. All right then. I stole a freighter full of vaccines against the Corona fever. Why did you sell them to the highest bidder? No, I dropped them over at Glees 3. As you know, the ruling family has been embargoed, but that's not really the people's fault anyway. No one was hurt, but then they wanted to make an example of me. You have often disagreed with the union's harsh attitude towards Glees 3. Biodo was brave to do something like that. Believe him. A long silent moment passes between you. You try to gauge what he's thinking, but his whiskers face is unreadable. All I have to go on is his really gut feeling. I believe you, that's why I'm going to help you escape from here. Instantly a cascade of complaint sound from essays in the speaker. Biodo, however, breathless and visible sign of relief. Thank you, you won't regret it. Let's get out of here. Silently quickly, you make your way back to the ship. Despite Odo's knowledge of these mountains and jungles, it is even before you finally make it back to the crash site. Your companion's mood becomes more euphoric with each step. What's the first thing you'll do when you go back to civilization? I'll have a nice, long, infrasonic shower. Oh, hang on, no. Breakfast gruel. So much breakfast gruel. Or a real good bed. Oh, why don't I just push the bed into the shower and then eat my gruel during my shower? No, a shower in gruel. Yeah, yeah, man. That's the... Biodo interrupts himself. As the sky slowly exchanges its healthy blue for pleasant pink hues, it's already grown dark on your side of the treetops, dark except for flashlights that roam through the growth ahead of you. You unmistakably hear tailing voices. Oh, flog, what now? You mutter to yourself. You keep moving in complete silence now and soon reach the place where you and your ship came down earlier today. You hide behind a bush to look over the crash site. It's completely overrun by tailings. The crash site is completely overrun. You can see makeshift barricades and several vehicles and 2 tents. There are tailings scurrying everywhere. Some wear protective gear, others uniforms and weapons, others suits and face masks. Your ship is completely exposed and dozens of curious locals are working around the wreckage. Some are hauling armfuls of technology into adjacent tents. Damn, how did they see through your hastily constructed cover so quickly? Your stomach feels funny and you're getting dizzy. For a moment you want to lean into an approaching panic attack, but at the last moment you pull yourself together. Time for some answers. That's exactly where When exactly were you going to inform me that the tailings had found our crash site? Silence. Dan says those barbarians already looted the computational core. Who found the crash site? Tailings, I see about 50 of them, maybe more. Right now in this very moment? Yeah, weren't you aware? My short-range sensors must have been compromised without me noticing. Restart, please restart, please wait, restart. Ah! Oh, Flog, they're inside me. They're everywhere. Make them go away, Commander. Commander, yuck, yucky, yucky, yuck, 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 yuck. Now it seems ASS turned to a panic calm. When an AI in panic can be a danger unto itself, unto others. With a sigh, you try to remember your digital psych 101 class. What if they unplug their terror computers, plug their terror computers somewhere? I could catch all sorts of viruses. What if they lick my circuits? Oh, Flog, I can't even think about it. ASS, calm down. No one in this, if anything, has ever calmed down because someone uttered the words, calm down. Very true. Better steps in there. SS, open direct command console. One command, calm, AS. Calm executed, I am calm. You look at Biodo in surprise. I have no idea you knew this stuff about AIs. He shrugs his shoulders briefly. Come on, we have to get with those humans beings somehow. You know the agreement. Do you have any ideas yet? Biodo nods thoughtfully. Alright, here's my suggestion. We split it. One of us organises our diversion while the other advances into ship, installs a battery and starts repairs. Sounds good so far. The only question is, who does what? I'm going to install the battery because I don't trust him. I install the battery, he said firmly. I know my SS better than I know my own behind. So there's no logic for me to do the repair. Alright, but only on one condition. You give me your communicator. We're going to have to coordinate. And when you're in the ship, you can talk via the onboard communicators. Very fair enough. Be nice to him, will you? You say to SS. With a smacking sound, you pull your communicator out of the folds of your body where you put it this morning. Sorry about all the juices. Slightly embarrassed, you hand a still warm dripping device to Biodo, who takes it hesitantly. Do you have anything else that might be helpful to me? Any piece of equipment? He's trying to wipe the mucus off his fur unsuccessfully. The better my diversion, the better our chances of success, you understand. Give him your scanner. I have this scanner, not the best weapon, I'm afraid. Biodo asks now, you have a scanner? Why didn't you tell me you had a scanner? What did you examine with it? Have you been scanning me? I need to know if you scan me. I know you're a wanted criminal. You're a chip. Biodo chuckles to himself. Okay, fine, I get it. The stupid chip. I had no idea I had a scanner with me. Fine, if that's how it is. He suddenly attacks you. With full force and more power than you expected, its petite form crashes against your chest. The little creature pulls you to the ground. Sharp claws bore into your flesh, right near the place where you keep the battery. You have to fight back, form a tentacle. Okay, this has gone sideways quickly. Desperately, he's trying to fight off Biodo. But how did he think I knew he had a chip? Desperately, you tried to fight off Biodo with your hands and feet. A tentacle shoots out from his little body and fling it away. That's the plan anyway, but as you try to go the extra limb, you can't impede your injury from this morning's taking revenge. You black out and slump down. That's with a gasp you come to. The pain instantly shoots through your body, but you're alive. That's good news. You briefly take stock. The battery is left, an ugly wound. All the equipment you had stowed in your skin pocket has been stolen. Only the communicator lies next to you in the grass. With difficulty, you reach for the device and stuff it back inside you. Aces, can you hear me? Aces, are you receiving? Biodo did not move your unconscious body. You are still in the bushes next to Crusher, and you look at the clearing in the forest. Chaos reigns amongst the terrorlings. You can see burning tents, burning trees, destroyed vehicles. Some terrorlings lie motionless on the ground among the chaos. Whatever Biodo did, he was thorough. You look towards your ship. Even from the distance, you can spot the tiny repair robots scurrying across the surface, patching cracks in the hull. ASS, can you hear me? Yet you're alive. I'd given up all hope. I'm alive. Hold on, I'm coming over. Then we can get out of here. I'm afraid you won't be possible. Biodo's voice interjects. You have no one to blame but yourself. I just wanted to get out of here, but you forced me to attack you. As punishment, you may now stay here. SS throwing out, save me. I'm sorry, Commander. Your user rights have been overwritten. There's nothing I can do for you. With that, your ship takes off. Okay. For a long time, you hold on to the desperate hope that ASS would succeed in communicating your position to someone, or that Biodo wouldn't just leave you behind. In both cases, you are disappointed. While you keep staring at the sky, waiting for a sign, days become weeks and weeks become months. Nobody comes to rescue you. As Biodo has said, most things on Terra are edible for you. You'll find out exactly very quick and violent. Biodo had also warned you about the dwindling of your shape-shifting abilities. But you're in too much shock to worry about assuming a permanent form until all of a sudden it's too late. The body of this Terraling will remain your permanent form. It could have been worse. Biodo left you the communicator, and SS was considerate enough to copy his translation matrix onto it. At least you don't have to learn the Terran language. For a while, you drift aimlessly through the society of the locals, gaining a better picture of their culture. You find that people love your everyday stories about your life before the crash. When they hear them, they call them science fiction stories. After a while, you decide to make a living writing your memories disguised as fiction. But where to start? Why not at the end? And also, you begin to realize the story of your crash, the cosmos, infinite space. Oh wow! Oh, that was it. Oh wow! Fascinating. Yes, that was fascinating. Okay, that's really. I'd not looked into how short the games could be on this, so I wasn't expecting to end so quickly. Oh wow! I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's fantastic. Obviously, you're looking at this. I've got this back to back, so I've sat down for like what is now about a couple of hours and recorded both episodes. Fully expected to be quite a long playthrough. I didn't realise it could be over so quickly. Oh, that's fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. Let me know what you think, because that's fantastic. I'm certainly going to go back and have a look at it and have another go. But anyway, wow, that didn't end well, did it? Yeah, I shouldn't have trusted him. Anyway, lessons learned. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know if you've played. Let me know your experience with it. And as ever, I shall see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.